Pollution and its effect on the planet. What is pollution? Pollution is any form of trash. This could include nuclear waste or radioactive material. Here we will be discussing four main types of pollution: water pollution, land pollution, air pollution, and light pollution. We produce them every day. It affects plants, animals, and people. Water pollution. Water pollution can be found anywhere, even a puddle. Plastic makes up to 60 to 95% of water pollution. Most trash ends up in the ocean, whether it's dumped into the water or picked up by rain from the streets. This trash accumulates in what's called the Great Garbage Patches. The largest one, called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, is nearly twice the size of Texas. Dirty water is very common in most parts of the world. So, what's this graph trying to tell us? Well, let's look at it. Here we can see that it's indicating how much trash is there per square kilometer. So that means the darker the area, the more concentrated the trash is. Over here we can see where it would be roughly estimated to be. So it seems to be by Hawaii and San Francisco. So right about in the middle. Alaska's up here, so we're going to assume it's quite far away. So who does water pollution affect? Everyone. Water pollution affects people, plants, animals, and everything in between. A really important one is plankton. No, not that one. Yep, these. They make up the blue whales, the biggest animals, diet. Their numbers are decreasing due to climate change, and so are blue whales. People are also getting sick due to dirty water. Plants like seaweed are dying as well because of water pollution and carbon dioxide.
Land pollution. Land pollution is littering and not throwing out your trash in the right places. Land pollution can also end up in the ocean. This form of pollution can be seen all the time. When supervisors come to ask us to pick up litter, it is helping to reduce the land pollution. Land pollution is bad for us and the environment because we are exposed to waste that can enter our bodies. So what does this mean for animals? Land pollution can affect poor animals as well by messing with the ecosystem, causing them to eat plastic and getting sick, as well as getting stuck in waste. Here are some not so fun facts. 9 billion tons of litter end up in the oceans every year. $11.5 million is spent on littering. And finally, plastic can take up to 1,000 years to decompose. So don't litter, as it will help reduce land pollution and better our environment.
What is air pollution? The Earth is surrounded by the layer called the atmosphere. The ozone layer is part of the atmosphere and keeps out all of the sun's dangerous rays. When pollutants like carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and lead are made, it hurts the ozone layers. These pollutants are caused by cars, factories, and electricity. Fun facts about air pollution. Air pollution affects every living creature on Earth. All things in which run on electricity, such as phones and air conditioners, contribute to air pollution. In the year 1952, there were so many pollutants that caused the Great London Smog. People could not see anything, and due to the particles in the air, at least 12,000 people died from it. So, do you want to quiz yourself? Here are 3 questions listed below, and you can test yourself to see how much you have learned. Number 1. What keeps out all of the harmful rays? Number 2. What are 2 pollutants present in air pollution? Number 3. Who does air pollution affect? The answer to question 1 was the atmosphere, or more specifically, the ozone layer. The answer to question 2, there were 3 possible answers and you could pick any 2 of them. But the 3 possible answers were carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and lead. The answer to question 3 was any living creature. Plants, animals, humans, etc., etc. If you want to know more, you can check out the link linked in the slideshow.
This link is also presented in the description box below. Go check it out.
Light pollution is created as a result of unnecessary use of man-made lighting. Light pollution is not discussed in everyday conversations. Most people have never heard of it. However, it does not mean that it should be looked over so much. It is estimated that 30% of outdoor lighting in America is wasted, which means $3.3 billion are wasted, and there's an unnecessary release of 21 million tons of carbon dioxide every year. Too much light pollution can have several consequences, which will be discussed in the next slide. Light pollution effects. It stops migrating birds from seeing the moon and stars which they use to navigate. This means they can't get to the correct destination. Sea turtles come to shore to lay eggs less often because they are afraid of the lights. Glare causes sleep problems for humans. Scientists are unable to observe the night sky, which affects their research and discoveries. Fun facts. To replace all of the excess carbon dioxide, we would have to plant 875 million trees annually. About $1.75 billion of energy are wasted in light a year in the US. The sky glow of Los Angeles is visible from an airplane 200 miles away.